Hey, everybody. I think we finally figured out the audio thing here. I think we finally got that done. So I'm sorry. There's a bunch of false starts here. So obviously we'll make up for it in time here. If you guys want to hang out and chat with me on a Saturday night, I'm rocking Robbie Billups here for Robbie Rants Live for Pop Culture Philosophers. We do the weekly comic book review here. So we like to talk about comic books. We like to talk about movies. We like to talk about television, all that jazz. We're going to be talking about the upcoming comic books this week. We'll do some spoiler-free Han Solo reviews. So if people start coming in, let me know you're here. I think I got the audio fixed. It seems right now like I have it fixed, so I hope you guys can hear me. If you can hear me, please let me know, because we tried starting this like 3 times before, and there was no audio, and that was terrible. So if you can hear me, please let me know. But we're going to be talking about the upcoming comic books on Wednesday, some spoiler-free Han Solo thoughts, stuff like that. So we're going to just be hanging out. Robbie Rants here on Pop Culture Philosophers Live. So I had a fantastic week. That's what I was trying to tell you guys on the last live streams. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please let me know, because that was the problem we were having. So hopefully you guys can hear me. We got a couple of you in here. If you show up, just let me know you're here. Let's talk about it. So we'll be looking at the new comic books coming up Wednesday. It's usually how I start these things, because it gives me something to talk about until everybody starts coming in. So, but with like 2 or 3 or 4 failed attempts to start this here live stream, who knows if people are even interested, but we're going to try it and we're going to do it. So from Image Comics, we're going to start with Image Comics, guys. Barrier number 5, that's the final issue, Barrier. It's a really, really cool book that Brian K. Vaughan and Marcos Martin have done. It's if you really want to know the importance of an artist as far as telling a story, read that book, because half of it's in Spanish. I don't read Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. I don't understand it. So, but the story I understand. I understand the character and all that stuff. So that's really, really interesting. And that's really, really cool to me. Cyberforce fans rejoice. There's a new issue of Cyberforce out this week. Descender number 30 is out. I've been loving what Jeff Lemire has been doing on Descender. Fantastic stuff there. Killer Be Killed is out. That's interesting. A new book called Last Siege. That's very, very interesting. I don't know anything about that. It's got covers. It looks like Greenwood and Dakota, though. So that's very, very interesting. So how are you guys doing? Hera, the dog is here. Hera is an awesome puppy. Hey, Hera, how you doing? But that's what we do here at Pop Culture Philosophers. We like animals and comic books and movies. Oh, a new issue of Royal City. I believe that's the start of arc number 3. So that's super, super cool. Very, very exciting. A new issue of Saga out this week. Versus is out this week. It's a 5th Wednesday, which usually means 5th Wednesday blues. Usually because there's 5. If there are 5 Wednesdays in a month, there's usually not as many exciting titles coming out that Wednesday. But sometimes nowadays, publishers know that. Marvel just kind of like spreads their stuff out for it. DC usually does specials, things like that. So that's very, very interesting. So how are you guys doing? This is a live chat, so we're supposed to be talking. If you want to talk about something in particular, having questions, just let me know. We're about to look at the Dark Horse comics coming out this upcoming Wednesday, May 30th. So that's very, very exciting. Blackwood, there's a new one from Dark Horse called Blackwood. Don't know anything about that, but we'll see. That's pretty much it from Dark Horse. Like I said, 5th Wednesday blues, so that's what happens, and that's the way it goes. IDW, G.I. Joe, Crow, Judge Dredd, My Little Pony, Optimus Prime, Sonic. None of these books I read. Star Trek Discovery, Through the Mirror, Sword of Ages. Sword of Ages number 4. You know, I read Sword of Ages like 1, 2, but like I just kind of fell out of it because I just kind of got a little confused by it. Once again, we were having audio issues earlier, so I haven't heard if anybody can actually hear me. It appears as if you guys can, at least from my end here. So hopefully you can, because I've just been rambling. So from DC Comics, for instance, we got some of those Hanna-Barbera DC books coming out this week because it's the 5th Wednesday blues, but they give us these specials. So that's Aquaman Jabberjaw. I'm super excited for that. I believe Dan Abnett is writing that one. That's cool. That's super cool. Oh, the Batman Prelude to the Wedding stuff starts this week, guys. I didn't realize that. Bison for Life, what's up? Can you hear me? I'm just curious because I tried to start the stream a few times and the audio was a problem. I think I got it fixed. But you said hello. Hopefully you can hear me. And it's weird because if you can't hear me, you don't know. Yes, nice. Thank you. Thank you so much. So we're just rolling here. We're looking at the DC books out this week. I didn't realize that the Batman Prelude to the Wedding stuff was coming out so quick. Robin versus Ra's al Ghul coming out this week. They're all written by Tim Seeley. So I think that could be neat. I think that could be cool. We were talking about those Hanna-Barbera DC crossovers. Do you like that stuff? I think they're fun, and I think they're pretty cool. But Black Lightning, Hong Kong Phooey, I'm excited for that because Brian Hill's going to be writing that one. It's the upcoming writer on Detective Comics. So that's super, super cool for me. Flash Speed Buggy. That's the third out of the four. And Super Sons Dynamite. Super Sons Dynamite is going to be done by Peter Tomasi. So I'm very excited for that. Some big titles, though. So it is a fifth Wednesday, and usually on fifth Wednesdays, you don't have too many books coming out and all that kind of stuff. But DC's got some major releases this week. So does Marvel, and we'll get to that in just a second. But Doomsday Clock is out this week. They delayed it, then they undelayed it. Doomsday Clock number 5 is out this week. I am so just crazy for this book. Hopefully, I'll be able to do a Robbie Rants about that issue specifically. I've been trying to hit every issue of Doomsday Clock with its own video because I just think this book is like that layered, and that's cool. Bison for Life, is that an MF Doom on your profile pic there? Because if so, that's the coolest thing ever. MF Doom is awesome. Green Lanterns has an annual. Green Arrow has an annual out this week. The new issue of Raven comes out, but here's the big one. Man of Steel number 1. Brian Michael Bendis. Yeah, that's awesome. MF Doom. Doomsday, isn't that? That's the name of the album. That album's amazing. Whatever it's called. Doomsday's in the title. It's one of his earlier ones, I think. But big fan. Actually introduced to him by the Gorillas. So No Justice number 4 is out. That's the conclusion of that series that leads to Scott Snyder coming on to the title Full On. So that's very exciting. But Brian Michael Bendis starts his Superman run officially, Man of Steel number 1 this week. I have read it already, and it's awesome. It's great. He understands the character of Superman. He gets it, and I love it. I think it's fantastic. So I'm very excited for you guys to finally get to read that this week. And an interesting thing, if you do trade paperbacks and all that stuff, DC is releasing a Superman by Mark Miller trade paperback, and that's kind of interesting because he did do Superman for a little bit there. He did a good run on Superman Adventures, for sure. So Marvel Comics, we got, yes, it's finally here, Amazing Spider-Man number 800. The artist on Man of Steel number 1 is Ivan Reyes. The last 2 issues, I think, or the last 2 pages are done by Jason Fabik, I believe. These are 22-page comics, and I think the main artist is going to be doing 20 pages and then a fill-in artist to fill out that last 2 pages to help keep it on schedule. But the majority of the book is Ivan Reyes, and it's fantastic. He's going to be the ongoing artist for the Superman title when Bendis relaunches that in July. This is going to be weekly starting this week and all throughout June, and then lead into Action Comics 1001 and Superman number 1. But the art in the first issue is done by that. But other people are coming in to do other issues done by a different artist. Doc Chenier is doing one of the issues, for instance. So Amazing Spider-Man 800 is here. That Red Goblin story, Go Down Swinging, has been great. It's been a great finale to Dan Slott's Spider-Man, at least in my opinion. I just love it. So that's out this week, and that's exciting. Daredevil fans, you got a new issue out this week. Infinity Countdown Captain Marvel number 1 comes out this week. I really liked the Darkhawk one. The final issue of Lockjaw, the 4-issue series by Daniel Kibblesmith, comes out this week. Is that way late? It seems like we were waiting forever for that book. But Lockjaw's been pretty good. Marvel 2-in-1 number 6. The final issue, the first arc, written by Chip Zdarsky. I believe Jim Chung is on the artwork on this issue. It's probably why it's late. But super excited for that, guys. Fantastic Four is coming back. And they're celebrating it with all these variant covers and these $1 True Believer one-shots of classic FF stories. And they're doing a brand new facsimile, whatever edition of Fantastic Four number 1. The Fantastic Four is my thing. That's my comic book, and I'm super excited for that. Punisher War Machine, the trade paperback, is out this week, as well as the new issue of Punisher 225. That's very exciting. Lando, Double or Nothing number 1, focusing on the Han Solo era Lando portrayed by Donald Glover in the new movie, which I really, really liked. Thought it was really good. Movie Monday tomorrow for that one. Thank you guys for the likes. I appreciate that, man. Really do. X-Men Red has an annual out before they finish their first story arc. That's interesting. Very interesting. So that's Marvel. It's a light week, guys, but there's some big titles. Doomsday Clock, Man of Steel, Amazing Spider-Man 800, Marvel 2-in-1 number 6. Some good stuff out this week. Ooh, the final issue of Abbott is out this week. Let's look at Dynamite real quick, just in case. No, nothing. Nothing of interest to me. But from Boom, we got the final issue of Abbott, Solid and Ahmed. That book has been amazing. Grass Kings number 15 for you Matt Kent fans, which I love Matt Kent. I'm just a little bit behind on a lot of his stuff. But those are the books we got coming out this week. It's a very light week, but I'm excited. I want to know what you guys are excited to come out comic book wise this week. Like I was saying, we got a lot more people in here. Thank you guys for the likes so much. Seriously, thanks for chatting. What's up, Comic Otaku, Brandon? How you guys doing? What's up? We were talking about the new comics coming out this week. It's the 5th Wednesday, so we got the 5th Wednesday blues, but we got those Hanna-Barbera DC specials, the Jabberjaw Aquaman, the Speed Buggy Flash one, Dynamite, and the Super Sons, and what's the other one? Oh, what's the other one? It was just Black Lightning Hong Kong Phooey. That's the one I'm probably most excited for, even though I'm a huge Aquaman fan, as you can see. I wasn't trying to flip you guys off, by the way. But we're talking about those books. Even though it's a 5th Wednesday, lots of good books. Doomsday Clock number 5, Amazing Spider-Man 800, Man of Steel number 1, Marvel 2-in-1 number 6. It's going to be a great week. A great week. Yeah, Bison. Abbott is very good. That book is so good. The art is so good. The coloring is great. The way the story is told, the pace of it, I've been very, very impressed with that book. Any of you guys in here seen Han Solo yet? I'm curious to know. Nice to see some familiar faces in here tonight. If you were trying to get on the earlier streams, I'm sorry for the audio difficulties and all that stuff. We probably need a new machine here, and so we're working on that probably. We'll see what happens. Bison has not seen Han Solo. Well, we're not going to spoil Han Solo for anybody tonight, but if you have seen it, I'm curious as to what you thought about it, whether you liked it or you didn't. But no spoilers. We don't want to spoil it for anybody because there's spoiler type stuff in this movie. There's stuff that can be spoiled that's very exciting for Star Wars fans. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I thought it was really, really solid. This is what I tweeted. I said, a fun heist movie with great performances. And I believe that, like, wholeheartedly. What's his name? Aaron Wright, right? Did a fantastic job as Han Solo. My favorite thing about that, and I'm not trying to spoil the video that's coming out tomorrow because the movie Monday is coming out tomorrow. No, on Monday. On Monday. So I really liked it, and I thought that Aaron Wright did a fantastic job of not imitating Harrison Ford, but owning the role and doing his own thing. If you hear tapping, that's the dog. That's Hera. She's lovely, but she did knock into the light. How are you doing, puppy? Anyway, so let's see what's going on here. Comic Otaku, how are you doing, buddy? Excited to see you here again. I appreciate you checking out these live streams. Here's the thing, man.